Good morning. I'm just going to be testing some stuff this morning. It's going to be a short stream. I'm pretty tired. So the first thing that I want to test is if I'm doing ray tracing and I want to sample some equal points, can I use blue noise? And I'm also curious, does this red, green, blue, A blue noise look like my red, green, blue, A blue noise? I think it does, but let's be sure. So fetch channel 0. So this will just display the texture. Ah, so it doesn't look like my blue noise, I don't think. Let's make red, green, blue noise. I might need to ask this on the Discord. I'm not sure how these are different. I need to test this. I think they're the same. So that's zoomed in there. That's zooming in by 600 times. So times 6 or divided by 6. Oh yeah, so that looks exactly the same. Good stuff. Alright, that's just what I wanted to be sure of, first of all, that my blue noise is equal to their blue noise. Hold on, I'm going to eat, so I'm going to mute the mic. Alright, so this next test is going to check if the blue noise actually has evenly spaced sample points encoded within it if I take these samples and turn them into positions. Even if I sample them across the x-axis, does it turn into evenly spaced points? Because I'm thinking it should. Otherwise, I should just be able to go across it diagonally. Another thing I realized is, though, is for the float array, I'm probably going to want to add some sort of F or something behind it. Alright, so here I'm just going to output this, put this sum. So what this sum is going to do is sample the blue noise, at fixed positions, and then it's going to draw points at these positions. Length uv minus bn dot xy. Yeah, so they're not really sample points. What if we do like this? That makes it better, but a few of them are together. There's still a bit of clumping. So what I'm looking for is evenly spaced points all around here when I sample through an array. How to make them more evenly sampled? One sec, too. I gotta ask a question. Oh my god, I'm an idiot this morning. I didn't even turn my stream off when I went to Discord. God damn it. I'm kind of stupid this morning. I'm looking for a 3D volume format that's like... Man, I have forgotten my keybinds this morning. I'm just tired. Alright, so basically what I want is evenly distributed points. And this blue noise texture is not giving me evenly distributed points. So, at least I should try it compared to the red, green, blue A. So I think the red, green, blue A is actually better. So this is why I want to generate my own sequence of Poisson disk samples, and I want to generate them in an order that it still looks random in a ray tracer. So I'm thinking I'm going to include it in this blue noise generator as another type, like blue noise samples or something. It's just, the difficulty is because it's in a one-dimensional order, I should actually color these different. To make it easier to see. I just thought I was talking without my mic off. Oops. C plus equals, and then I'm going to need hue for this. Where have I used HSV before? I know I've used HSV somewhere here before. I think it might have been the voxel builder here. That's a really bad hue function. Excuse me. This is the classical HSV. Okay. So I'm going to color this. Hue will be I divided by 100. Saturation will be 1 and value will be this. So the red points are the first one. You want red far away. You want the same colors farthest away from each other. So you got these different colors clumped up together, which is alright. But you got a bunch of reds far apart. Oh, I didn't update the colors. So then what if I clipped that so it's only the first 10 so you can see where the red are? That's actually fairly evenly spaced. They aren't that evenly spaced though. You can see there's a bunch of open spots here, so it's still not good. Huh. So what I want to do is generate a semi-random sequence like this that goes through and samples all the points. Gets them uniformly but still looks random, so like the first sample would be farthest away from the other sample. Not sure how I would do that. Whether or not it would be like the Poisson disk pattern. I think it would actually be more like the Boyden cluster, where you calculate the density, the energy, and you add and remove. I might make a different generator then. I might call it a sample pattern generator. Let me try sampling this though. GLSO constant float array. How do you define a constant array? Ah, like this. Constructor argument has incorrect type. I think I might need to do 2 fixed here. Yeah, because it has 0 right there. Let me try sampling these points though. Eight times 8, 64. Those are actually fairly even sample points. That's like really good. Alright, I guess the blue noise does work. So I need to make some like one-dimensional void and cluster. Need a blue noise sample pattern generator. I don't know if I want to do that. I guess I'll fix this up first. So when I'm outputting these floats, I need to do two fixed. I'll make this easier. I'll just do it at the end. And then I can just remove it. Awesome. So now I do two fixed 6. Maybe I should do float and double array. Because I could do higher precision for doubles. Float to string, add 0. Two fixed, not rounding. I don't want it to take up a giant amount of text space if it doesn't need it. Alright, so I don't want two fixed. Two string. Is there actually no formatting string function for besides toFixed? Like, oh my god, are you kidding me? There's only toFixed. There's no variable length one where it only does a minimum of however many you set and then it does more if needed. There's none of that. JavaScript toFixed alternative. If I actually have to program this myself, are you fucking... JavaScript is such a badly designed language, it's actually fucking stupid. Why not toFixed? Because if I'm generating big numbers like this that have a lot of precision, like for example doing math.pi.toFixed with like 4 will shave off a majority of the digits. But if I have a number that's like 2.1 and then I go toFixed 4, it's wasting a whole bunch of digits by adding 1. It's like horrible for float conversion. What you want and what there is in C is that you can choose how many zeros it adds if it's going to pad it, and you can choose how many numbers. The issue is I can't just, why not toString? Because it needs to have a decimal point in it, and if you do 0.0.toString in JavaScript, it'll convert it to 0. When if you're trying to do this as arrays, you need the number to be 0.0. Like, it actually is blowing my mind right now that JavaScript doesn't have a proper decimal to string parsing function. Seriously, what the fuck? To string variable decimal. I actually am thinking I'm going to need to program my own method. Yeah. There is literally no string to precision to a specified length. That doesn't work either. That does literally the exact same thing as fixed. Holy fuck, what were the JavaScript developers? Are you joking me right now? There's actually no proper toString conversion. Holy shit. Why doesn't 0 work? Let me show you why 0 doesn't work. Where is it? Anyways, this is GLSL. If I try and make a float in GLSL and I assign it to 0 here, it's going to give me an error. It cannot convert from int to float. It needs a decimal to say that it's a float. That's why 0 doesn't work. That's why it needs a decimal after 0. But this is basic shit. This is something that any language should have, is fucking float to string conversion. The fact that JavaScript doesn't have this, oh god, what am I doing? Why am I using JavaScript? So what I'm probably going to need to do is create my own convert float to string with max, with variable, with min-max decimal places. GLSL sucks. I think JavaScript is the one that sucks right here, because not even C, like you have you programmed in C or any other languages, because literally the exact same thing happens in C. Like, it's not just GLSL that's like this. If you tried to assign this integer in C, it would give you a casting error. And like, actually, depending on your compiler settings, it might just warn you. But if you were doing an array like this, it would almost definitely warn, like, give you an error. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to convert it to a string normally. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave off a certain number. First of all, I'm going to find the decimal place. And if there's not a decimal place, I'll add one. Yeah, so the other thing is that languages like C, while in GLSL this works fine doing 0 point, in C you have to do like 0.0. So that's if I want to support both languages, I actually need to do like very specific conversion. How isn't this already? What the fuck were the JavaScript developers thinking? There's a lot of stuff with JavaScript that makes me go, what the fuck? Alright, so I need to find index of the point. If there is a decimal, index equals -1, then we're going to add a decimal on there and we're done. Just return string plus decimal 0. Otherwise, we're going to shave off the max decimals. Which will be substring decimal index. Let's see, this should shave it off at the decimal, I think. So how am I going to do this? I think I need math.min or max to clamp it. We'll see. I'm really tired this morning, so just doing simple stuff like this is going to take a while. So I think, so that's the offset relative to the dot, so I need that plus 1, I think. And then here is going to be string.length minus decimal index. Max that or min that at the max decimals. It's going to be no min decimal places. All right, let's test this out now. F to string math.py, 0 decimal places, 3, 1 decimal place. So this is supposed to be plus 1, I think. Awesome, there we go. So that's the type of conversion function I'm looking for, that if you have a number that doesn't use all of the string, it doesn't pad it with zeros, but if you do have a number without decimal, it pads it as a decimal. All right, so that's exactly the type of conversion function I was looking for. So now I gotta see, I think I want to do this. I think I might want to do a double array instead of a float array so people don't have to convert it, or basically higher precision. Type equals 5 is float array. All right. So we'll use our f to string function, and we'll do 5 decimal places for the floats. And we'll also add f to the end because it's floats. Oh man, I feel like float and doubles are the same, and I just need to add some marker. I don't know. What are the double max decimal places? 15. All right, let's try this. That looks good, and it's way shorter. Let's try the float version. Now it has F at the end of it. Awesome. Alright, so now my next thing is I want to generate these uniform sample points, which should be like the same thing basically as the blue noise, just going across one dimension instead of two, and with two channels. So you know what? It's completely different. Now that I say that, it is actually way different. So I'm going to think about this because this uses the void and cluster algorithm. And I've been thinking about doing the sample points with another Poisson disk. Oops. But I don't know how to generate this type of blue noise pattern in one dimension, or how I could compact these samples into one dimension. There has to be something that does it though. Hold on, there is a talking on Discord about how to store volumes, or what a common format is for 3 volumes. Nope, no answer. Alright, so if I want to generate some evenly spaced points like a Poisson disk, but then sample them over one dimension, how should I do that? Well, first of all, I'm going to go get some water. Be right back, 1 second. Alright, so first things first, I need some music on. Okay. So how am I gonna do this? Oh, this is... The sun started coming in. Messed up the lighting. So... I have a few ideas. So if this is designed to evenly space values, the size, did I really default size to 16? I should default size to like 64 or something. Very nice. Alright, to get the sample points though, evenly spaced sample points. Maybe I should test this in a shader. Endpoints. 50. So we're going to generate our sample points in buffer A. 2D sample points, but it should. My idea is to design an algorithm that will extend to 3D. How's the audio doing? It's good. So this is going to be a short stream this morning. I gotta go out and do some... I'm fucking exhausted today as well. So I'm going to take a day off. And on Friday I'm going to be starting a game jam. So I want to be rested and I want to have most of my stuff done. Marbles, this blue noise generator. There's some path tracing stuff that I've been experimenting with that I also want to get done, get out of my head. Because when I'm thinking about these things, it stops me from concentrating on other things. Alright, so now we got this template set up, we can generate our sample points in this buffer A shader now. So I think what I'm going to want to do is rank the points, loop through, or initially in frame 0 I probably want to randomly initialize it. Or at least initializing it with randomly spaced points. And I'll just do random to start. What game jam is this weekend? The Game Dev League Jam. Actually, it might even be before this weekend. Game Dev Leak July Jam right here. Theme is cold, damp, and musty, or it's related to. 3 days development time. I've been in this Game Dev Leak Discord server for over like 2 years now. It's a pretty cool community. There's not a lot of rules, it's just kind of have fun. So let's finish this. So I need my hash function. I'm going to take the hash function from here. Alright, so that initializes it randomly. Alright, so how's this algorithm going to work? So on one frame, on this frame, it's going to rank points. Rank, void, and cluster points. So basically it's going to try and evenly space out the points now. I'm just thinking, I think I can actually convert that 2D blue noise texture to one of these textures, or these sample points. I have so you convert ranks of the pixel intensities, but instead I think if I use the ranks as the order, and then I did the pixel positions, then I think it would evenly space the sample points. But the problem is that would be in 2D, and I want this to be in 3D or whatever dimensions. I'm thinking I'm going to make another little app for this besides the blue noise generator that's going to generate sample point patterns. You know what, I gotta go in Discord and ask something as well. Hold on. Alright. Alright, so first of all, calculate ranks. We're going to loop through the points. We're going to calculate this point's distance to the other points. Oh, wait, this has to be based off one dimension though. So this actually won't be the same. I gotta rethink how this is gonna work. So it initializes with random points. I guess it should repel nearby points. Or I guess I could just do the poison disc pattern. First though, I'm just gonna sample the point itself. Output that. Hash, no matching function found. 2.xyxy. Alright, so now it initializes some random points. We want to make these more evenly spaced. And you know what? Thinking about this, this should be just like the poison disc. Where instead of also comparing the distance of the points, so you know what I said before is we want the light color reds far away, and they are already far away, so that's random is already pretty good. But we want to also make these evenly spaced. We don't want gaps here. So I'm probably going to copy a lot of this Poisson disc code. A lot of the same idea. Add point if within poison radius, remove point if outside. So because these aren't sorted, however, so I'll need to find the closest distance. Besides this point itself. Oh yeah, and I need to do the distance comparison like I do here. If I equals ID, then skip. Alright, otherwise, we gotta compare this point. Alright, so if distance length s.xy minus p.xy, if distance smaller than md equals distance, then we also need to store the direction. And do we also need to store the ID? One of the other things I've been thinking of doing is instead of adding or removing the points, what if I just swapped them? So I might do that. My headphones are tangled, one sec. Alright. Oh, I gotta keep my earbud off too because I'm actually listening for a package coming to the door. Yeah, I'm gonna try just swapping the IDs. Alright. So then find closest point. Actually, I probably want to find the farthest point and swap. So this is just going to be the exact same thing as the Poison Disc to begin. Now that I think about it, but it's not going to have the proper sampling order that I'm looking for. This is the hard part, is the Poison Disc is just evenly spaced in 2 dimensions, but what I'm looking for is something that samples across in 1 dimension and then samples in 2 or 3D points. So like here, like I said, the red says what the color says what the point is, so you want light colors to be far away. Like you can see these 2 pink ones being close to each other isn't very good. I should actually increase the size of this. Now I gotta figure out. So the Poison Disc just compares the 2D point sizes. Somehow I also need to take into account the 1-dimensional order of the points. Maybe I should do max distance between I minus ID. Yeah, so maybe, so the issue is this as well. This relies on adding and removing points, but this actually can't add or remove points. It can just swap points. So I'm thinking I actually don't need to find the closest point. Or I need to find the closest point and then swap it with the farthest point or something like that. Find closest and farthest point. Min distance. Max distance. Max index. So now swap closest and farthest point. Alright, how am I going to do this? So the closest point to one is not going to be the same as the closest point to another. And I mean, I can't repel from the closest point. So this actually won't work because the closest and farthest won't be equal. I think I'm going to need to do the void calculations. So 5 frame 2 equals 1. So 1 frame, we're going to calculate the energy. Difference is p dot xy minus this sample point xy. Okay, and then the energy is d times dd times 1 point divided by 1.5 times 1.5, or whatever the sigma is. Then output that energy value. And then we're going to act on the cluster energy here. Maybe I'll do this in 3 steps. Calculate cluster energy. Lowest cluster energy. So this is only going to find the highest and lowest in ID 0. Comment this out. Alright, so min energy, max energy. Energy value is stored in Z. We'll sample Z component. Then if the energy bigger than the max energy, becomes the new max energy. So we'll set the index, and then if it's smaller, do the same thing. Alright. Then right here, we need to swap points at highest and lowest energy. So MME is the min-max energy stored in component 0 in the Z and W. I forgot to actually output that here. This is supposed to be O for P dot XY. In bits to float. IVEC to min-I max-I. Float bits to int. There we go. Alright. So now we go through and we check if ID is X or Y. Then we swap with the other one. So if it's X, we're going to swap with Y. If it's Y, then we'll swap with X. So in this, p.xy equals p.xy 0, 0, or just p. p.xy, and this is texel fetch, channel 0. The swap ID, which is Y. And in this, it's X. Alright. Let's see what this does. It appears to be doing nothing. That's classic. Nothing. Like cluster energy. Alright, find highest and lowest cluster energy. Maybe it's the int bits to float, I'm thinking. I swear I had issues with int bits to float in the past. Okay, let me try outputting the energy values. Because I need to visualize, I feel like these are wrong. Huh. W. Energies are all freaking high. Yeah, so they all look like they're the exact same energies. What the heck? Maybe this is supposed to be scaled by the number of points. There we go, it is supposed to be scaled like the number of points. Yeah, so it looks like it is calculating the clusters good. Okay, awesome. So the whole idea is to swap these low energy with the high energy. It's not swapping any though, which makes me think it's not running this final one that actually swaps. Or maybe it's not calculating the min and max. I don't know. Starts off at iframe 0 and initializes. Calculates the energy for each point. I think you can even take in the point itself in the energy calculation. Outputs the energy. Yeah, what is happening here? EV bigger than max energy. Then max energy equals EV. Min energy is bigger. I wonder if this part's wrong. Let's try parsing it. So this will set the min and max point to white. Colors 1 is white, so min point. Draw the max point. Yeah, so is there no min point or what? Huh. Let me just do a quick check. Min I smaller than 0 or min I bigger than equal endpoints. Then output red. Oh no. Oh, so it's only true on the first frame. I feel like this isn't being executed. Because if it was... Wait, swapping the points does nothing. I gotta rethink this. This algorithm isn't even gonna work. So I need to move the highest energy into the lowest energy somehow. Or beside. I'm gonna check Discord 1 second. Alright, so these are working. I'm just not using them effectively. So instead of swapping them, what do I do? I guess I just need to calculate the lowest cluster energy. Or I'll just use the lowest to begin. I'm gonna just do O equals P here. Alright, so if I equals max I, then we're going to try and move this point by the min. Alright, so we want to find a point around this point where we can place this point that is evenly spaced so I don't just want to throw the point randomly around. Maybe halfway between the two. It's still not doing any processing here. I wonder if it's even executing this part of the code. Yeah, it is. So this lerping between the two, maybe I should randomize it. Alright, this is fucking weird, dude. ID equals max I, which is going to set the point to 0.5 then. There we go, it set the point to the middle. I need to check if the max is equal to the min. So the max is equal to the min. No. How the hell does this work? Is int bits to float not working? Or I wonder if it's not encoding correctly or something. I don't know. Yeah, so both of these are 0 for some reason. What is happening? So I calculate them right here. Unless u dot x isn't 1 right here. Let me check something. Put 30. Yeah, so it's not even encoding correctly. What is happening? I'm outputting 30. Int bits to float 30. So now it's outputting. What in the heck is happening? Is int bits to float broken or something? It can't be, can it? No, it can't. What in the hell? Let me try this again. Int bits. What? What the hell? I swear to God, I've been running into a bunch of GLSL errors after this recent browser update. I swear if I go and test this in my shader view program, it won't have this float bits int bug. What in the fuck is happening? Jesus Christ. Why isn't it assigning P? it's setting the ZW to the int bits to float. There's not like a return or something anywhere, is it? ID bigger than endpoint. No, there's... What the fuck is happening? O equals texel fetch. Set for float bits to int texel fetch. Alright, channel 0 to 0, 0, Z. I actually don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna need to go into Discord to get help on this. Wait, let me try something first. I had an issue the other day where refreshing the page fixed it. No, refreshing the page didn't fix it. Let me try commenting everything out. Except for this. Okay, let me set up a test. Jesus. This is such a stupid bug. Are you kidding me? This could explain why my path tracer wasn't working properly as well. Let me try this. O equals spec float. For int bits to float 30. Float bits to int. Float divided by 30. So that's white. If I output it in a shader, do float bits to int. Float pic4. Float integer. Int as float. I'm actually so confused what bug I'm running into here. What is happening here? Float bits to int. Int is float. Okay, there's 100% a bug here. Oh fuck, I forgot. I turned off my mic. Man, I suck at streaming this morning. Oh my god. So does this work? Inputs to float 50. Alright, well, a fucking bug with GLSL has stopped my development this morning. Jesus Christ, that's annoying. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta write some stuff on Discord. Does float have enough float bits to handle those int bits? It's supposed to, because the float bits to int and int bits to float function is supposed to handle that encoding for you. But yeah, so like I'm posting on the Shader Toy Discord right now. That's why I'm turning off my screen. I'm asking if anyone else has ran into this bug. Problem is I don't have Chrome or any other browsers to test. I guess I could bring up my phone. Yeah, so it works on my phone. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this shit. Okay, let me bring this up. Alright, hold on. I didn't realize it kept my webcam up frozen. Alright. Look at this. Oh wait, one sec. Alright, if you see the code is exactly the same. It has the doesn't work part. And it's rendering white, which is what it should. Are you fucking joking me? So this is literally a bug on Firefox. So look at this shit. On Firefox though, if you do this doesn't work part, it's black. Jesus fucking Christ, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I can't test this because... Wait, okay. If the second one works, I'm guessing float isn't quite right for the variable type. Dude, this is all GLSL built-in functions. It's part of the fucking GLSL spec. If it's just broken in Firefox and it works on Android, it's pretty fucking obvious what the issue is. It's a Firefox issue. The other thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to go into this shader view program right here that I have that runs native. This is GLSL3, so it should have those exact same float bits to ints. It works. It works. So look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. It works in GLSL3. It doesn't work in Firefox. Are you kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me? Okay, well, this is the end of the stream here. Fucking stupid issues Alright. This was working like postal wrap. For reference, this function, this int bits to float function, was working like 15 days ago. I was programming something on ShaderToy with it, and it was working. So, like, what? I don't know. I don't even know what's happening. Anyways, I'm gonna sleep all day. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Join the Discord if you want to keep talking about this stuff. Bye-bye.